How good is your English listening, really? In this video, we are going to test your skills with a short news quiz. Grab a pen or just use your phone. Welcome back to your daily easy win with Pocket English. I'm Clara and I'm Alex. Here is how this works. We will read a news update slowly, but some key vocabulary words are missing. Chapter 1, The Missing Word Challenge. Chapter 2, The Answers Revealed. Chapter 3, The Natural Speed Run. Can you catch them all? Let's jump in. Today, we are looking at a growing global trend, the 4-day work week. Listen carefully and try to fill in the first blank. I'll read the first section now. The debate surrounding the implementation of a 4-day work week has gained significant momentum in recent years. Proponents argue that reducing the working days from 5 to 4 boosts employee productivity and overall quality of life. Critics, however, warn that cutting hours without a corresponding increase in output could leave certain industries struggling to maintain their typical operating. Did you get that missing word, the first blank? That's where we pause. Alex, based on the context, what kind of word were the critics worried about maintaining?
Well, Clara, they mentioned industry struggling and typical operating. That suggests they are worried about the rhythm or the flow of their business. The critics are asking how a company can stay open 5 days a week and produce the same amount of work if the staff is only working 4 days. The missing word there is capacity.
Exactly. The full phrase is struggling to maintain their typical operating capacity. Capacity is a fantastic vocabulary word, and it's a high-value word because you can use it in so many contexts. It means the maximum amount that something can contain or produce. For example, your phone might have reached its storage capacity, meaning it's completely full. Or, in a business context, the factory is operating at full capacity, meaning they are working as hard as possible. The key takeaway here for learners is to understand that capacity isn't just a physical measure. It's also a measure of ability or potential, especially in a professional setting. Think about that word the next time you feel overwhelmed at work. You might say your mental capacity is maxed out. That helps us bridge the formal news language to everyday conversation. Now, let's move on to the second part of the story, and blank 2. Remember, try to guess the word before I say it. A recent pilot program conducted in Iceland provided compelling evidence in favor of the shortened week. Participants in the study reported vastly improved well-being and less burnout, with no major drop in service standards or productivity. The success of this trial has led several large multinational corporations to consider adopting similar policies, demonstrating a growing trend away from traditional 9 to 5 blank. Okay, blank 2. Alex, this is a tricky one because it's a very common phrase that English speakers use naturally, but it might not be in a textbook. What were they moving away from?
They were talking about the old way of doing things, the traditional 9 to 5 structure. The missing word is stipulations. The full sentence is demonstrating a growing trend away from traditional 9 to 5 stipulations.
That's right. Now, let's talk about stipulations, because it's an excellent formal word that you will hear often in professional news. A stipulation is a condition or requirement that is specified or demanded as part of an agreement. It's what you must do. When you sign a contract, the contract has stipulations. In this context, the 9 to 5 structure was the stipulation, the required way of working.
A great tip for using stipulations correctly is to use it when something feels non-negotiable or fixed. For example, one of the stipulations of the job offer was that I had to travel frequently. It is much stronger than saying one of the rules. By learning words like stipulations in context, you not only improve your listening, but your speaking vocabulary also immediately sounds more native and professional. This is exactly what we aim to do here at Pocket English. If you're finding this deep dive method helpful, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It's the easiest way to ensure you get all our lessons designed to make English your easy daily win.
All right, we have one more section of news and one final blank word. Listen closely, as this word ties the whole concept together. This word often relates to money or resources. Despite the positive results from various trials, widespread adoption still faces legal and logistical hurdles, especially in hourly wage sectors. Companies must carefully analyze the financial costs and benefits, ensuring that increased worker satisfaction does not lead to a serious reduction in the company's annual blank. Blank 3. We are talking about the financial outcome of the company, what they earn over the year. Alex?
The missing word is revenue. The full sentence does not lead to a serious reduction in the company's annual revenue.
Excellent. Revenue. This is a word that non-native speakers often confuse with profit. Can you clarify that for our listeners?
Absolutely. This is vital vocabulary for business news. Revenue is the total income a company generates before any expenses are deducted. Think of it as the total amount of money that came in the door. Profit, on the other hand, is what is left after you pay all the bills, salaries, and expenses. So, a company might have high revenue, but very low profit if its costs are also high. The news is worried that if productivity dips too much, the total income, the revenue, will suffer. The takeaway here is to always remember that revenue is the gross figure, the big number, and it's one of the most common words you'll see in economic reports and news headlines. You need to train your ear to catch it instantly.
So, let's recap before the final test. The three words you had to guess were capacity, stipulations, and revenue. Now you know what they mean, and you've seen them used in context. The moment of truth is next. We promise to help you understand fast English. Now we are going to read the entire news story one last time at natural native speed, just like you would hear it on a global news podcast. This is the ultimate test of your listening comprehension. Listen for the three words you just learned. They should jump out at you now. Ready? Close your notes. Just listen. The debate surrounding the implementation of a 4-day workweek has gained significant momentum in recent years. Proponents argue that reducing the working days from 5 to 4 boosts employee productivity and overall quality of life. Critics, however, warn that cutting hours without a corresponding increase in output could leave certain industries struggling to maintain their typical capacity. A recent pilot program conducted in Iceland provided compelling evidence in favor of the shortened week. Participants in the study reported vastly improved well-being and less burnout, with no major drop in service standards or productivity. The success of this trial has led several large multinational corporations to consider adopting similar policies, demonstrating a growing trend away from traditional 9-to-5 stipulations. Despite the positive results from various trials, widespread adoption still faces legal and logistical hurdles, especially in hourly wage sectors. Companies must carefully analyze the financial costs and benefits, ensuring that increased worker satisfaction does not lead to a serious reduction in the company's annual revenue. How did you do? Did those three words finally pop out clearly? We hope they did. If you caught all three, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Your listening skills are rapidly improving and you are ready to tackle more complex English conversations. If you only got one or two, don't worry. This is how learning works. It's not about perfection, it's about repetition and context. You can always replay this video and train your ear again. The goal is to turn passive listening into active understanding. We want to know your score. Did you catch one, two, or all three words? Let us know in the comments below. Your feedback helps us build better lessons. And don't forget to hit the like button if this video helped you conquer fast English today. Subscribe to the Pocket English podcast and ring that notification bell so you never miss a lesson designed to make English your easy daily win. Keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.